Hi, I'm Dean Argent, a university qualified mechanical engineer. I'm a licensed motor dealer and the owner of usedvehiclesales.audiforsale.com.au. And in this video, I am going to take you on a walkthrough of this 2008 model twin turbo 4x4 7-seat diesel Audi A7 that I got for sale, Audi Q7 that I got for sale right here on my yard. Now, first thing I want to tell you about this car, it's been my wife's drive car for the last 6 months. She absolutely loves it. We've moved up to a bigger car, a big Land Cruiser now, because the kids are getting bigger. But it's not that this was short of space, it was just that we thought it was time to upgrade. Now, I had got the car from an airline pilot, so he was the first owner, I'm told. So there's the heritage of this car. Now, if you are interested in this car and you're looking at towing, this is the ultimate towing vehicle. I'm telling you, there are no other cars out there on the market that have more power than this bastard. It's got 760 Newton meters of torque. And if that doesn't mean anything to you, see that thing over there, that truck? That also has 760 Newton meters of torque. Okay, so this motor is way, way powerful. That's a 7.5 litre motor in that truck. This is a 4.2 litre. Okay, it's a twin turbo intercooled. It is an animal. So if you're looking for towing big loads, this is the car. There is nothing in Australia with 7 seats in luxury that can tow as much as this and do it so easily. The car is so powerful. You wait till you come out and have a drive. There are not that many cars that you drive that feel like this. To get the performance that this gets, you need to get yourself into like a $500,000 sports car. So that's all that out of the way. I'm really excited about it because it is such a fast car. It's so much grunt in it, and you'll see that when you come out. Now, what I want to show you, when I buy these cars, first thing I do is get down the side here, look here, and I'm looking for dents. Now, there's one dent, I'll show you when I come back there. But have a look across the front. There's no stone chips, nothing. No, I thought that was one, but it's not. It's a mark. No stone chips, anything. The car, well, it does have a thing there. So there is a crack. And then if you come around this side, look up the side, there's no, oh, there's one dent. I'll show you when I go up there as well. But all in all, there's such minor dents that it's obvious that this car's been well cared for. It's been kept right up the other end of the car park, well away from everyone, so no one dented his baby. So, or hers when it was my wife's. So if you come and have a look along here, there is one dent down on the side there. Don't know what happened. It's about smaller than me pinky sized dent, but it is there. I don't like to pretend those things aren't, and that's the purpose for these videos. Oh, and it's got tinted windows so I can video bomb myself. Let's go inside. Now, you want gadgets? You got gadgets. This has got everything going on. In here we've got this thing here, on off. You turn it on like that. Now, you set your seat like that, and then you hit 1, and then the missus sets her seat like that, and 2. So every time I get in, I just press 1, and it puts the seat and the steering wheel and the radio and the mirrors, it puts them in my position, and then she hits her number and it puts it in her position. Cool, huh? It's got this awesome sound. If you like a deep bass sound system, I'm telling you guys, this is the most whoop-ass sound system in any car. It really is. It's just got so much bass in it that it's just beautiful. All the power windows and all that stuff going on there. Leather seats, naturally. Got all the mats and stuff. All the electronic controls for that there. We got all that. Now, it does have electric brakes, so if you do need to do towing, this is already configured for that. It's got the maps, the sat nav, what's it called when you plug your phone in, the Bluetooth. It's got all that stuff. Let's give her a start. There we go. What's important is see that all those lights go out. It's got the 239 Ks on the clock, which is cool. Not much for these diesels, especially the big diesels like this with the big torque. It's got all the cruise control, and if you want to change gears with the paddles, you can do it there, or if you just want to use your foot and the throttle pedal, you can. So have a look through here. We've got all the this dual zone climate control is cool, because if I'm over this side and I want it at low and the missus is over there and she wants it at like 30, well, there's no more friggin' fights over how hot or cold it is, and it's telling you what's going on up in there too. See, so because I was just mucking around with this down here, that's telling me the same. So very, very cool. You can you operate all of this stuff from here. So right now we've got the navigator up there. If I hit car, which is that one just there, it's got all the adaptive air suspension, so it knows if you want to lift it up, if you want to go off-road, You can have it on automatic, so it does it all for you. I can jack the suspension up and down all the way around, which is very handy when you're towing. This is all standard stuff, folks. They come with this. Go to the setup menu and you can put it in jacking mode or towing mode if you're towing the heavy trailers. It's all built for it. If you want to put your radio back on, you can, and there's the list of the stations. And those stations actually show up along here too when the door's closed. And then down here we got the media button, which is asking, you know, it's got the CD player or AUX or USB. Hit the telephone. Woof! I know I'm running through this fast, but there's so much going on. So if you're on a stakeout late at night somewhere, you just hit that one and it turns it off. No one knows you're there. That aircon is icy cold. Dump that to open up the glove compartment, and you can see it's got all the service history, logbooks and all that stuff in there. And very awesome. It's got the stubby holder there and the other stubby holder there. So when we use that is when the wife's, I drive to the restaurant for dinner and she drives home. I think that's fair. She thinks it sucks, but I reckon it's a great deal. So that's where you put your beer or your wine when you're doing that. It's got this fancy thing here. Don't know what it is, but it's got it. And it's something to do with audio control or something. We've never used it. I think you can plug some phone or something in there. And then, because that slides out. But anyway, you'll never use that, so don't even worry about it, but it's got it, if you wanted to know. What else we got? Let's keep moving around. It is the 7 seats. Oh yeah, they've got this adaptive thing here on the mirror. So when you got headlights behind you, if you've got that turned on, it automatically dulls them down. So have a look along here. Oh, I've just been busted video on cars in me double pluggers. Shit. I normally don't do that, but just today no one was here, so I thought I'd get away with it. So there's inside the back seat. Now what is good with these, if your back passengers can get blasted with the cold air, and they can control it from down here. So I just jumped around and turned it on. So they're on low. You can set those to whatever temperature they want. That affects that side. This one does that side. And that's the back passengers. They've got their whole air conditioner unit thing going on there. They got their 12 volt there for plugging in their phone chargers or whatever else they want. And again, the cracking sound system in the back here, those BOSE thingos. Now when you want to get into the back seats, there's a couple of ways you can do this. So you can just pull that forward, slide it in, and let them climb in and out there. That works just fine. So what I'm going to do is just go and shut those. There you go, and then they can just pop out like that, and that's it. Very simple, very easy to operate. I'm going to tear around the back here now, and you can see it's got those big 20-inch wheels, massive towing capacity. It's the 4.2 twin turbo diesel with the big tow bar. It's got Anderson plug for your horse float. It's got the, here, let me show you. You just hit that and it just goes up on its own. Look, Mum, no hands. Very awesome. You can just pop that and that, and then just hit that one-handed, and then they shut down if you don't need the 7 seats in the back. There is a bit of a something going on here, don't know what it is, but looks like the carpet's damaged somehow. But look here, got an Anderson plug there, so someone would have had their fridge or something popped in there. And look, you can even adjust the height of the suspension up and down here if you don't like where your load's sitting. Now what I wanted to show you is this. It comes with this, which plugs into the car, and it's got all the resistor banks in there if your horse float or whatever has LEDs in it. Very, very cool. So, I said I've got to be fast because I've got so much to cover with this car. Have a look inside here. Just throw this out. Now what we've got there is the spare tyre. It's a crazy looking spare tyre, but we do have the full size spare tyre that goes with it. You can have that. The jack's there. This is the big subwoofer that sits inside that wheel. You just pull that out, and then you can take the sub, you just unplug it when you need to take your spare tyre out. And up here, it's the accumulator tank for the air, because it's got its own air compressor for the air suspension. So I know I'm rushing, but there's so much to get through with these cars. They are the ultimate towing machine. Nothing has more power than these. And look, Mum, no hands. It goes down and closes itself. So there's the tow bar, got all that. Have a look down this side. Again, we've got the aerial sort of shark fin one going up there, which is very cool. That's also a aerial inside the window there. Have a look inside the back seat here. Beautiful car, absolutely lovely to drive. You're going to get in it and drive it and go, wow, it's awesome. Ah, dent. You see it? Small, but it's there. And I think that's about it. Now, when the cars come into our yard, and this one included, even though it was our drive car, there's a whole bunch of stuff we do to them. And in the next part of the video, I'm going to explain 3 things. I'm going to explain what we do to all the cars when they come in. This one's been through all the checks, no problem. All the prices on the cars are fixed because I can't take out what we put into them. And lastly, I'm going to explain everything that comes with the car for the price you see it advertised. Whew, that's a lot. Let's go. So when the cars come into the yard, we do 6 levels of inspection. The first one is we do a road test. We drive it around a very specific test track and we listen for all those noises and stuff that shouldn't be there. Then we do a yard test. And so in the yard test, what we're looking for is that everything works like it should, like the windows go up and down, the fan works, everything in the car is working like it should. And if it's not working, I will have mentioned it in the previous video. Then it goes into mechanical. The mechanic's got quite an extensive checklist of things that he inspects, things like is the spare tyre there and is it fully inflated and all those sorts of things. All that stuff's done and that's what's covered off in mechanical. So that's the 3rd level. On the 4th level, we do a roadworthy inspection. We get an independent mechanic who does his roadworthy inspections on the vehicles. He's licensed by Queensland Transport to come out or do them at his facility. Either way, it doesn't matter. But he does the inspections on them. He gets underneath every single car and he checks all the suspension components and all the things that are required for the roadworthy. So we have a properly done roadworthy certificate by an independent person come out as well. And then on the 5th level of check, we do a quality assurance or a QA run. What happens there is someone who hasn't driven the car and hasn't worked on it, he then goes and drives the car after it's been through mechanical, and he's basically doing a double check like what a buyer would do. They'd get in it and if there's a noise, they're like, ooh, what's that noise? Or stuff like that. He comes back, if there's any of those things, then we've identified them through the QA run. And what that does for you is it allows, well from my point of view, it allows me to know and stand there quite confidently and know that the car is prepared properly. And then on the 6th level of check, what we do is before the car goes out, also after it's finished the QA, the cars then go out the front of the yard, and you would have seen them in the background of the previous part of this video, and they sit out there until they go out. Well, before they go out, we do another level, the 6th level of check, where we just check that the wipers are still working, that the little sprayers haven't blocked up, that none of the bulbs haven't stopped working or any of that sort of stuff. So there's the 6 levels of inspection that we do on each one of the cars. Now, I don't expect you to believe me when I tell you I prepare the cars like that, but as you could tell from the previous video, we are on dirt. I do not have concrete, I don't have flags, I don't have salesmen ready to pounce on you when you come down. In fact, this is me pouncing on you now. So if you're still, hello, you there? Hello, come back so I can pounce on you some more. So if you're still there, the reason I'm telling you this is because I don't have all that expensive shit. We don't have the overheads. And it allows me to put the money back into the cars. And that's why, but I don't expect you to believe that either. But what you should do is go and have a look at our Facebook reviews and you'll see the vast majority of our buyers are more than delighted with their car because of the work we put into preparing the cars. So with that, we have buyers, they come from way up north, like up Cairns, way out west. They catch the train down, well, they catch the plane to Brisbane, they catch the train to our location here, and then they drive their car off. If we don't prepare the cars properly and they fall apart on their way home, they don't get on Facebook and write good reviews. So that's why I'm proud of the level of all of the cars that I prepare. Although I muck around in these videos, what I don't compromise on is the quality and the standard that the cars are prepared to before they leave the yard. And that's reflected in our Facebook reviews. The link is included on this page, so go and have a look and see what the crowd says about working with us. So because of the work we put into the cars, all the prices are fixed. If you turn around and go, hey Dean, are you negotiable? I'll be like, yes, I'm negotiable, but why would you want to pay more? So I do that because I can't take out what we put into those cars, and frankly I don't want to. If the cars don't meet the standard or they can't easily be brought up to that standard, I launch them off through an auction. And that's why you shouldn't buy cars from auctions, because that's where blokes like me dump our garbage. Okay, so this car has been through all the inspection and is come up properly and is prepared properly. So therefore I have nowhere to move on the price. The prices are already good anyway, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on and got this video. So the prices are all fixed. And the last thing I want to tell you, before I tell you what comes with the car for the price you see it advertised, is that we need to make appointments to come out. Now, we are not your typical yard, like I said before. We're not equipped for people just to roll up and walk out. You're more than welcome to come and check the cars out and take them for a spin. I've got no trouble with that. But you just need to let us know when you're coming. We've got a couple of guard dogs that roam around here, and we put those away when people are coming, and that way no one gets bit. Everyone's happy. So if you let us know when you're coming, we'll put the dogs away, we'll open up the gates, and we can show you the car, and you can have a look over that and any others that might work for you, whatever you want. So please make an appointment before you come out. So what comes with the car for the price you see it advertised for? Good question, and I'm glad that you asked. So firstly, it comes with either 6 months Queensland Rego or the Rego that you see, like the date. Have a look in the text above. It'll tell you the expiry date or 6 months, whichever one it is. If you're an interstate buyer, give us a call. We'll tell you how that works for you. We are a large dealer with Queensland Transport. What that means is we have the number plates on site, we have all the paperwork, all the forms, all that stuff, so you don't even need to go into the government department and get sneezed on by all the grubs. We do all that for you. Aren't we good? So all you got to do is fill out some forms, we stick the number plates on, we do all the paperwork for you, drive away, nothing else to do. All that's included in the price you see. The next thing is when the cars go through mechanical, one of the things we do is a fresh service. So your vehicle has been freshly serviced and you will not need to do any scheduled maintenance for the next 10,000 Ks or 6 months, whichever comes first. It's got guaranteed no money owing, guaranteed not stolen, guaranteed never written off. I'll show you all that on the paperwork when you come on down. And it's also got a current roadworthy certificate. So we have the independent inspector, he's got a licence from the Queensland government, and he's the one who says this car is in a roadworthy condition. So we've brought the car up to that standard as well, so it comes with the roadworthy. So yes, we do trade-ins, and if you need help with your finance, there is a link up the top of this page that says no deposit finance. You can put your details in there and our finance guy will come back and he'll give you a quote on exactly how much it will cost you per week to drive away in this fine automobile. Well, I'm Dean, thanks for watching this video. If there's anything I haven't covered, feel free to give us a call, drop us a text, or whatever you want to do. We can take payment by cash, by credit card, by internet transfer, bank check, however you want to do it. Best off if we do internet transfer, that one works best for us. But however you want to do it, it's entirely up to you. Well, I'm Dean, thanks for watching the video. If there's anything I haven't covered, feel free to give us a call, drop us a text, and I look forward to meeting you soon. See ya.